What is happening, everyone? Welcome to GBALL Vision. Today we are talking about some of my favorite USA made folders, and we're going to kick it off with the Spyderco Manx 2. This bad boy right here is coming in M390. It is a DLT exclusive. This is one of my very few Spydercos that have a satin finish blade, and it is actually very well done. I love the finish on this blade. I tend to like Spyderco's coated blades more than the satin ones, but the Manx 2 and the Smock that have satin finishes that I have are also very, very well done. But I really do tend to like the coated blade a little bit more, just because Spyderco does it so well. This is a DLT exclusive right here. You're getting the brown G10 handles. This is their ball bearing lock right here. It is very, very strong stuff. And this is sporting a Lynch Northwest Fall Mascus deep carry clip, ultra deep carry. None of that knife will be sticking out in your pocket. Fantastic design. This is a great user, great slicer. That leaf shaped blade just does all kinds of things very, very well. It's a natural drop point, but kind of reminds me of a Warncliffe in a sense, just because of that very low, pokey tip. Definitely a drop point though, and very utilitarian. Going to be a fantastic EDC knife and a work knife. Let's go ahead and we'll get to the next one. Next up, not my favorite company in the world right now, but this is definitely one of my favorite knives. This is the Benchmade Super Freak. Got a beautiful coated drop point blade coming in CPM M4. Dual thumb studs for your deployment. Coming on Benchmade's crossbar lock, the axis lock. You have this really cool G10 handle finish. Got this grayish and black type horizontal and vertical lines, I guess. And then you can also see the layering done here on the chamfered edges. Very, very comfortable in hand. I still have the standard pocket clip on this. It works very well for cases of getting it in and out of your pocket. Works fantastic, which is what the pocket clips are designed to do. One thing about, if you're new or you're just not familiar, the deeper the carry, it does hide the knife more. But when you go to get that knife in and out of your pocket, if you have thicker seams, it can be, you'll still get the knife out and it's not a huge deal, but it can be, a little harder to get the knife out of your pocket and possibly in. With this type of design, your finger is well above that pocket clip and it is pretty easy to get it in and out of the pocket. But, this was before Benchmade went crazy with their pricing and before they went far in a direction that I am opposed of. But, I try to keep that out of the picture and just talk about the knives. And some of the Benchmade knives that I have that are a little older are some of the best well-made knives that I have. And the Super Freak is definitely one of them. Let's go ahead and get to the next one. Next up, we're going to possibly my favorite USA-made production company right here, Hogue. Not only because they make fantastic knives using fantastic materials, they're very well made, the prices are fantastic, but they are very pro United States rights. That is something that Hogue stands for, and that's something I really appreciate. So, you're spending money with a company that isn't trying to take your rights away and that sort of thing. And that's just, one of the many reasons I love Hogue. You can go out and get a knife like this with MagnaCut, a beautiful clip point blade, or a Wharncliffe style blade, G10, FRN, carbon fiber, and you're going to be around the, $150 price range, which is absolutely insane. Thin and slicey, nice MagnaCut blade, properly heat treated. This is from a run after the first run. Everyone knows the first run, they ran their MagnaCut a little low. No big deal. They did correct it and bump that heat treat up. This is from a second or third run, I believe. This is an SMKW exclusive. Has these beautiful carbon fiber scales. I love that gold and black carbon fiber. This knife is ultra lightweight. Got the crossbar lock from Hogue. This is the Able lock. That is what they call it. They redesigned these versions with less hardware and a different pocket clip. So in this case, you're getting a nice minimal deep carry pocket clip. It will be reversible for our lefty brethrens out there. And this is just a fantastic EDC knife. One of the best USA made knives, in my opinion, that there is. Considering materials and price and build, just a fantastic knife. I have two of these. I have a version 1 Deca Wharncliffe in 20 CV, and then I have this one in MagnaCut. Fantastic, fantastic user knife. Let's go ahead and we will get to the next one. This guy here, it is a little newer to me, but I have not been able to put it down since I got this knife. This is the TRM Shadow, or the Three Rivers Manufacturing Shadow. This thing is just a EDC dream. You're getting a beautiful tumbled 20 CV drop point, modified sheep's foot style blade. Very unique blade shape. I love this blade shape. It's just very, very well done. Very well thought out. You can choke right up behind the edge, get right up on that tip. Very thin, very slicey as well. TRM has some of the best geometry in the game. They do some of the sharpest edges in the game, along with Spyderco and Hogue. These three right here are the best edges in the game, and probably the best heat treats in the game if we're talking about high production USA made folders. Those three are probably the top three in my opinion. You have these beautiful G10 handles with titanium accented hardware. You have a filler tab because the clip is lefty friendly. Deep carry titanium clip. This is using a crossbar lock as well. We have a nice little theme going here today. I didn't even notice when I was picking these out. This is called the River Lock, and mine has broken in beautifully. It has a nice spring detent. It really does. For a crossbar lock, it's kind of hit or miss, and I would say TRM nailed these. It's a little stronger initially, but once it breaks in, it really smooths out. It's on bronze washers, so it is going to be very utilitarian all the way around, and dirt and grime are not going to affect you as badly as if it was bearings. Very comfortable in hand, very lightweight. This is one of the best EDC knives in the game, and it is USA made and still coming in at a reasonable price. $300 to $350, I believe, for these. Somewhere around in there. Don't quote me on that, but just a fantastic knife. I will link all these knives down below if they are available. Let's go ahead and we'll get to the next one. Next up, I don't want to hear anyone argue this one. What is it? What is it? Nobody's going to argue this one, trust me. The Protek Malibu. This was one of the, being in the community for quite a while, you see trends, you see knives that are just, you must get this. everyone is saying that, and then within a few days, nobody is talking about that knife, right? That happens very often, more often than anything else. But the Malibu, the rage for this knife lasted for months and months and months, if not a couple years. And there's, this is still a very coveted knife. These are still pretty hard to get your hands on, depending on, not even depending on what version. Even if you want the basic version, a lot of times you will find they are out of stock. And it's for the simple fact that it's USA made. It's pretty well priced, especially when I got mine. Very good materials, 20 CV with like a stone wash, tumbled style finish. This is a modified sheep's foot. This is not a reverse tanto. I don't want to hear that shit. This is a modified sheep's foot, or just a sheep's foot. It has belly rolling to the tip. This is a sheep's foot. It's a sheep's foot. Aluminum handles, which are very, very well finished. Although, if you use your stuff, it is going to get scratched up, dinged up. Mine has, it's hung on pretty well. Mine does have a little bit of wear and tear, but for the most part, looks pretty damn good. Standard Protech deep carry pocket clip there. Very minimal hardware. You just have one body screw, one pivot screw, and then on the back you got 3 and then 2 for the clip. The button lock action is fantastic. It feels like there is a spring detent in there, or it feels like there is a detent in there. I'm sorry. And it is just so good. Whether you want to push button this bad boy, light switch this bad boy, use the button, it is buttery smooth. And when you push that beautiful button, you get this positive click, and that bad boy is dropping shut. Whether I'm holding it sideways, basically, slight upward angle, but not much, and it's still closing. That's insane. Love the Malibu, and so do thousands upon thousands of other people. Is that a chip in the edge? No kidding. Yeah, it definitely is. Little microchip there. No big deal. But the Protek Malibu, guys, is an absolute fantastic knife. Let me know what you think of this list, guys. Let me know on the next round of knives what you think should be in here. And let me know what you ate for breakfast. Let me know what other videos you would like to see on the GBALL Vision channel. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And if you're new to the channel or you are not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below the video. We bring content every single day on knives, all day, every day, baby. There's 1.2 thousand videos on the channel within a year, and there's going to be another 1.2 thousand next year. Love you guys, and I will catch you on the next one.